Do you know that you have the right to quality broadcasting? The National Broadcasting Commission says any person, group of persons, or organization aggrieved by the content of a broadcast or the conduct of a broadcast station may lodge a complaint to the station and all right to the Director General, National Broadcasting Commission, number 20, Ibrahim Taiwo Street, Asokoro, Abuja, or send a mail via info@nbc.gov.ng. Please ensure that the complaint includes name of the broadcast station, title of the program, date and time of broadcast, and essence of the complaint. Also remember to include your name, address, telephone number, email, and append your signature. Note that a complaint must reach the NBC within 14 days of the queried broadcast. NBC, your right to quality broadcasting.
And I'm Martin. Let's get started with the Guardian newspaper. Abortion allegation. Federal government stands with military, dismisses agency's report as fake news. Osun government alleges looting at Abuja's governor's lodge. Beggar commiserates with flood victims across East operational areas. Conclude constitution review or face lawsuit. Human and Environmental Development Agenda tells National Assembly. Assault. Lagos files criminal charge against Umar, an immigration officer, after the Guardian report. Federal government to designate Ogun Cargo Airport export terminal for non-oil products, says Abiodun. Imo Commissioner of Police directs investigation into viral messages on POS armed robbers. Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board asks education bodies to join Central Processing System, Integrated Brochure and Syllabus System platforms before January 1st. Nigerian Infectious Disease Society urges federal government to increase budget for medical consumables, local production. Residents applaud Edo State's low debt profile, governor's prudence. UNESCO tax young creatives on African cultural goods, orders. Group tours Europe, seeks support for Benin Royal Museum. Niger Delta youths benefit from Nigerian liquidified natural gas scheme. Stop playing politics with Niger Delta Development Commission, group tells Ogunmola's critics. European Union moves to curb electoral offenses in Nigeria. Government urged to invest in safety commission. Usibanjo speaks on police force that represents people. Enugu community condemns allegation of land grabbing against monarch. Toyota Airport Link Bridge project. Hoodlums capitalize on delay to extort motorists. Abesan Estate at 40 honors former governor Lateef Jakande. Edo meets waste managers, tax stakeholders on clean environment. Bayelsa policies meant to prosper citizens, says Commissioner. Imo, 2 abducted expatriates regain freedom. Group urges Nigerians to shun illegal migration, decries menace prevalence. Students greet Uzodinma at 64. Federal Road Safety Corps approves only east-west traffic on Second Niger Bridge. Labour threatens to picket hotels over anti-labor practices. Eco Drive turns lot into exotic cars at exhibition. Fire guts defense headquarters, Abuja. Nigeria suspends mandatory COVID-19 testing, social distancing, orders for travelers. 4 to die by hanging for conspiracy, armed robbery, orders. Air Force neutralizes bandits, destroys camps in 3 Kaduna local government areas. Police rescue 5 kidnapped victims in Katsina community. Fuel scarcity. Federal government should consider deregulation in phases. Nigeria hosts 5 African Union countries on genome editing to boost agriculture. International Organization for Migration launches projects to manage migration. 3 killed in attack on Imo INEC office. Gbajabiamila expresses doubts over conclusion of constitutional amendment as expected. Nigeria mobile subscribers hit 210 million in August. Police refutes reports of attack around new found oil site in Bauchi. Police confirm attack on PDP campaign office in Gombe. Advertising Regulatory Council of Nigeria warns bloggers, skit makers, others to ensure compliance with advertising code. How to end unsolicited messages by network providers. Nigerian Communication Commission. Foreign airlines retain 200% high fares. Stranded funds hit $551 million. Guardian wins sports other awards at Award for Media Excellence. Analysts prompt Buhari on Nigeria's priorities ahead of US Africa Leaders Summit. Terrorists attack Kaduna, Katsina communities. Nigeria, 3rd most improved country on African visa openness ranking. National Association of Nigerian Students clears National Research Institute for Chemical Technology Director General of corruption, nepotism, illegal tenure. And lastly, stop blaming governors for your failure. Group tells Buhari.
Now leadership. Nigeria loses 264.43 billion naira to gas flaring in 10 months. National Theatre revamped cost rises to $200 million. Bankers Committee. National Theatre revamped cost rises to $200 million. Banks Committee. Enforce sanctions on defaulters, not 20% tax on soft drinks. Stakeholders urge federal government. Residents laud Chinese firm for CRS in Nasarawa. CBN gets commendation on financial inclusion drive. GoTV improves signal quality in Abuja Rivers. We have made difference in food security, CBN. 6th anniversary. Document of cooperation stabilized oil markets, OPEC. The alarming grain exodus continues. Should INEC still be talking of beavers? Insecurity may disenfranchise 11 million voters in Southeast. Tinubu Shettima in Kaduna ahead of Northwest campaign rally 2023. Vote only competent candidates. Northern elders tell Nigerians. Federal government cancel COVID-19 test for all travelers. World Cup. Croatia, Argentina lock horns for final spot. I will end hunger, unemployment as president, says Atiku. El Rufai to NAS. Move VAT to exclusive list. Pass state police bill. Federal government declare corruption report against military. Fake. NSTIF boss in messy NYSC certificate forgery scandal. Federal government suspend COVID-19 PCR test. Face mask at airport. Insecurity. Police assure FCT residents of peaceful Yotad celebration. Oshun, Oyetola engaged only 2,000 workers, not 12,000. 8. Bauchi governor appoints Professor Fatima Atta as state varsity vice chancellor. Fire incident at Defense Headquarters contained, says spokesman. Lagos begins rebuilding historic Ibosere court burnt during EndSARS violence. Your abortion report against military fake. Federal government tells Reuters. Atiku in Nasarawa promises to improve infrastructure, employ youth, women. Ebonyi PDP Guba, no controversy over Odi's candidacy. Supreme Court has spoken. Party chair. Refugee Commission empowers 100 IDPs in Abuja. Pregnant woman killed in failed attempts to kidnap husband. Others in Borno. Sokoto PDP Guba candidate meets Akwa Ibom Cross River indigents. Promises inclusive government. Sokoto government spent 5 billion naira on SDGs in 3 years. Electrical contractors ask leaders to respect association's law. State of healthcare worrisome, says NAS. Nigeria singer Paul Okoye shows off new lover. Cross River Igbo Association celebrates Cultural Day, honors many. Youth leaders condemn exclusion of Urobo from proposed NDDC board. Talks set Gombe PDP campaign office ablaze. You are a democratic pillar. CUPP facilitates with Wike at 55. NDDC board, Anyoma indigene seek fair confirmation hearing for Onoche. Others. Police repel attack on INEC head office in Imo, kill 3 attackers. NAS renovates schools for the deaf in Kaduna. NSA renovates school for the deaf in Kaduna. Outgoing president withdraws to the sidelines. Otu leadership.
And now we move over to the Punch newspaper. National Assembly says constitution amendments may fail, blames state. Osun government alleges looting, Oyetola's aid, false claim. INEC, PDP offices raised, scores, killed in Southeast, Kaduna. Private varsities, lecturers desperate to become professors. National University Commission. Private varsities lecturers desperate to become professors. National University Commission. Niger Delta Development Commission commences interviews for graduate scholars. NAFDAC warns against counterfeit margarine, arrests suspects. Reuters releases fresh reports, accuses army of massacre. Medical tourism gulp $6.23 million in 8 months, report. Lagos Assembly passes 1.768 trillion naira 2023 budget. Auction. Scores besiege Abuja, Edo, Rivers EFCC offices. Lagos government partners firm on plastic waste recycling. Sanwo-Olu promises better life for residents. Be transparent on land matters. Adeboruwa advises states. Federal government set to resume Boko Haram suspects trial. Over 50% Nigerian youths unemployable, report. Federal government to resume mass prosecution of Boko Haram suspects. Punchman shortlisted for Fetisov Awards. Admits returnee Nigerians with expired passports. Nigerian Immigration Service. Politicians buying PVCs from voters. Independent National Electoral Commission. Adeleke promises to fix poor infrastructure. Niger Delta Development Commission. Don't reject Ondo's nominee. Group urges Senate. Sit at home. Partial activities recorded in Anambra. Residents lament. Ayade hands over vehicles to state anti-graft agency. Knox praises trail PVC collection in Edo. Abuja Kaduna Rail passengers stranded as National Identification Management Commission server collapses. Wife of ex-Christian Association of Nigerian leader Orise Jafo debunks divorce rumors. Travelers no longer require COVID-19 tests. Federal government. Travelers no longer require COVID-19 tests. Federal government. Stop parading as national chairman. ABGA warns Njoko. Central Bank of Nigeria committed to stability in financial system. MFL. Fire God's Lagos warehouse destroys goods. Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board trains tertiary institutions in e-syllabus system. Adeleke inaugurates Osun Revenue Committee. And still on the stories making the headlines on the Punch newspaper this morning. Experts fears ailments as Ogun abandons Maboro Road. Nobody prosecuted for Deborah's murder. Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission boss laments. Fire God's defense headquarters in Abuja. Court sacks Ondo community leader. Osun accuses Oyetola's team of looting government property. INEC laments attack on Imo offices. Body of benchers advocates adequate pay for lawyers. Police confirm burning of Gombe PDP campaign billboards. Your report false, lacks evidence. Federal government tackles routers. Youth Council, non-governmental organizations advocate for Almajiri's education bail. Yellow Tide. Soludo dismisses security threats, says Anambra safe. Qatar, European Union bribe allegation. Worrisome, policy chief, Borrell. Abiodun reassures National Youth Service Corps of continuous support. 3 killed as gunmen attack Imo INEC headquarters. Hit and run driver kills ex-Lagos governor's son while cycling. And lastly, Obi promises to restore Ibadan's lost glory.
Now this day, acute brain drain in health sector worrisome, says Oba of Benin. Federal government refutes report of subterranean abortion program by military in northwest. Ariwa youth back Emefele as Falana faults cash withdrawal limit. Despite Nigeria's 177,000 barrel per day production rise in November, OPEC misses target by 700,000 barrel per day. Board of Sands call for establishment of constitutional court. Obaseki, we are building strong institutions leveraging technology to fight corruption. Federal government, no ad valorem tax in Finance Bill 2022 draft. Association seeks to ramp up Nigeria's cassava derivatives. Yuletide, GoTV improves signal quality in Abuja, Rivers State. Federal government abolishes face masks at airports, relaxes COVID-19. Federal government seeks lasting solutions to farmer header crisis. Sale of forfeited assets by EFCC opens in Abuja, Benin, Port Harcourt. Go pick your voter's card, Sanwo-Olu tells Lagosians. Align with Senate, pass criminal justice bill. Absence of infrastructure, violation of citizens' rights. Gbajabiamila, state assemblies, Stalin Amendment to 1999. NCDMB re-strategizes to improve Nigeria's gas. IBAS implementation. JAMB trains tertiary instructions. Osibanjo, Nigeria in dire need of police force admired by all. Abdullahi, anyone rooting for APC wants Nigerians to suffer. Police kill 3, arrest 2 as bandits attack INEC office. Bandits free ex-corps member, pastor kidnapped in Abuja. Atiku pledges to connect Nasarawa with good road. Group raises the alarm over secret deployment. Group raises the alarm over secret deployment. WIPE decries low participation of women, persons living with disabilities. Tinubu sure of mass votes from North in 2023. Okowa senior SA on security resigns. Onyema to chair aviation journalist book launch December 15. Suspected thugs attack raise PDP campaign office. Adeleke, Osun eligible for 13% derivation from operating companies. Group restates commitment to community humanitarian services. Ex-NLC scribe urges federal government to probe PTAD over pension. Court sacks newly sworn-in local government chairman in Niger. Civil servants critical to Oyebanji's success, says Ekiti. Omo Agege, our established tertiary institution in Ijoland. Julius Berger donates food to flood victims in operational. Wida Urobolan in the agitation 4. Two major takeaways for Nigeria at COP27: obedient movement, Chijioke Edoga and the enemies. Justice Rita Ofele Ajumogobia reinstated. Ethics and discipline in law, akin to waiting for Dogot. Power to appellate courts to reframe, modify, or reject. A horror step too far. Federal government removes barrier from Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Building management easy with intelligent automation. King of the Rings box. King of the Rings 2 boxing and musical show to light up Eko. 13-year-old impregnated by 75-year-old guardian rescued. Sparkle annual luncheon lecture emphasis. Lagos judiciary commence e-swearing for e-filing processes.
And now we move over to the Nation newspaper. The Nation is newspaper of the year. 4 killed in attack on another INEC office in Southeast. Nduka Ubia Obaigbenas hypocritical grandstanding on public morality. Nduka Obaigbenas hypocritical grandstanding on public morality. Tinubu backs Dakari title in Bringwari. National Assembly worried over stalled constitution review. PDP crisis. Wike, Okowa, autumn in airport drama. Federal government creates 5.7 million jobs through STI. I am competent enough to succeed, Buhari says Accord candidate. Federal government to resume mass prosecution of Boko Haram suspects, says Malami. Fire raises defense headquarters complex. And still on the stories making the headlines on the Nation newspaper this morning. Tinubu in Kaduna ahead of Tuesday's presidential campaign. Oloyede. Institutions no longer have to visit JAMB over accreditation of programs. Others. Abortion story against military. Fake, says federal government. Ondo indiges cry out to Senate over Niger Delta Development Commission nomination. Farmer header conflict. Threat to food security. 2023, Mba to address water scarcity in Enugu. Regular medical checkups vital. Activities seek improvement in sexual health for women, girls. Work hard to attain success. Senior Advocate of Nigeria tells graduates. Council seeks support for programs. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Nation newspaper. Rivers National Union of Road Transport Workers explains high inflation. Articles desperation and the North. Workers to Adeleke offset Arebo Shola's arrears. Federal government lost 16 trillion naira through tax waivers, exemptions. Federal government relaxes COVID-19 travel protocol. Okowa avoids Wike in Makode. Military invades Ebonyi community in search of IPOB ESN camp. Police summons Nigeria Social Insurance Trust Fund boss over alleged National Youth Service Corps certificate scandal. Federal government to resume mass prosecution of Boko Haram suspects, Malami. And lastly, Air Force neutralizes bandits, destroys camps in 3 Kaduna local government areas.
Now, Vanguard newspaper, APC hits back at this day. Arise TV editor says allegation baseless. CBN disburses 9.7 trillion naira intervention funds. 2023 presents unique opportunity for Deltans to attain prosperity, says Niboro. Transportation. Transport fare hits rooftop as fuel shortage lingers in Lagos environs. Police dismiss video ordering personnel to remain in barracks. Qatar World Cup presents Argentina, Croatia chance to earn better match statistics now at TAP. Federal government appoint 5 banks for disbursement of 278.5 billion naira CVFF. Uzodinma links INEC's office attack to politicians, says God will prevail. NSA provides social service in Unyeli community. Transport fare hits rooftop as fuel shortage lingers in Lagos environs. Air Force kill Air Force kills bandits, destroys camps in Kaduna Forest. Oluola Modishuru, police launch manhunt for killer driver. Pensioners disrupt swearing in of local government chairman in Niger. Pregnant woman killed in failed attempt to kidnap husband, others in Borno. Politicians inducing voters with money, buying PVCs, INEC. Adeleke vows to recover monies owed by mining operators. Tinubu's men accuse Arise TV of bullying APC candidates. Don't wait till last day before collecting your PVC, INEC advises Nigerians. Imo Governor King Deity's P wants oil communities to think beyond oil. Federal government lift COVID-19 restrictions. NAFDAC wants bakers using potassium bromate. PVC's purchase. Take steps to neutralize plans of unscrupulous politicians. NDF tells INEC. Lagos 2023. I will form government with Ndigos. Jandor. 3 boys die after falling into frozen UK lake. NIS opens passport desk at airport for diasporans. Federal government says free post-arrival COVID-19 test unnecessary for travelers. Bronu starts recruitment of 3,000 teachers. 2023. INEC commences nationwide distribution of PVCs. Oba of Benin rules brain drain in health sector. Sanwo-Olu picks PVC, charges residents to get voter cards. PDP decries purchase of PVCs, urges security service to look closely at APC. Nnamdi Kanu Nnamdi Kanu sad over attacks killings in Southeast. IPOB lawyer Ejimako. Economist fault 20% excise on beverages tobacco says it will cripple MSMEs. Morocco launches 30 extra flights to jet fans to Qatar 2022 World Cup. 2023. AAC, PRP combined forces to battle Tinubu, Obi, Atiku. Otu a ka ọ dị na Vanguard newspaper. Na Sun newspaper, Obasanjo Adebanjo visit Ohaneze over Mbazulike's death. Adeleke Oyetola's men trade tackles over Abuja's lodge looting. Don't run for office if you can't be accountable. Church wants politician. Hashtag NSAS. Please. Hashtag NSAS. Lagos begin reconstruction of destroyed high court. 10,000 military abortion in Northeast. Fake news ploy to demoralize fighting forces, federal government. Air Force kills cause, destroys bandit camp in Kaduna. NAFDAC arrests 2 suspects for counterfeit fake products. Pandemonium as gunmen attack Ebonyi. Adeleke orders review of Osun IGR. Fire scare at Defense Headquarters Abuja. NDDC conducts interviews for foreign postgraduate scholars. Security. Buhari doing well. Buni. Nepal Oil and Gas Services rebrands to Nepal Energies. Buni Oke. 44 others join Gereti Award Grand Jury. Sanwo-Olu picks PVC, tax Lagosians to get PVC. Nigeria decides 2023. Who wants to compromise 2023 election? Gunmen attack INEC as police kill 3. Kogi government denies Labour Party's venue for mega rally. I'll attract $26 billion foreign direct investment to Delta in 1 year, says YPP Guba candidate Ofehe. Meba dismisses faction in Rivers PDP. Benue 2023. Andoka Kingsmen drum support for Alia. 2023 Delta. Riverine communities education top priority. Omar Gege. Road to 2023. Tinubu will beat Atiku. Senator Abubakar Ray. Road to 2023. Persons with disabilities will vote leaders that will unite Nigeria. Lalo. Drama as court sacked Niger Council chairman 1 hour to his inauguration. Sokoto PDP Guba candidates meet Akwa Ibom, Cross River stakeholders, promises inclusive government. 2023. AAC, ERP form alliance to fight Tinubu, Obi, Atiku. Ọ dị mma ka anyị gazie ozi.
Now
Anyị
we move
ga-achite
over. Okay.
ka anyị gazie ozi anyị na-achite anyị aga n'ihu egopụtara ihe ndị ọzọ anyị na-abịa.
Hooray! Christmas is here again, and Ebona DFM ODD is ready to thrill your children with the best of Christmas Fun Fair. Ebona D Christmas Fun Fair 2022 promises to be exciting, thrilling, educating, and entertaining. There will be bouncing castle for children to play and have fun. Santa Claus will be there to give the children gift items, and Papa Lolo, alongside Mickey Mouse, MC DJ June, and of course, the host, Shaka Zulu of Ebona DFM, will all be there to entertain the children this season. Date, Sunday, 18th December 2022. Venue, Neofin Residency Hotel, Kilometer 13, Oka Onisha Old Road, ODD. Time, 12 noon. Gate fee, 200 naira flat. Ebona DFM Christmas Fun Fair, an experience the children will never forget. Make way, the 7th edition of Adult Guinea Beauty Pageant is here. Adult Guinea Beauty Pageant 2022/2023 team will watch it 2022. Winning prize 500,000 naira. Host MC Hamatan and Chaka Zulu. Date 30th December 2022. Time 2:00 p.m. Venue Residency Hotel, Leobin, Ogidi. For more information, please call 08063290766 or 08148727122 at Adogini Beauty Pageant on Facebook and Instagram. Sponsored by Residency Hotel, Kimshuta Home Limited, Castro International, and powered by Ebona, the 103.5
And one man, are you looking for a hotel where you will relax? You will live their rooms and suites, they're very, very sharp. And they can host to all types of events. One them calm down. In Nugumaka residency hotels, you'll feel I'm there, let me surprise you. You can even host your weddings, birthday parties, end of year parties, class reunion, anniversaries, and any type of event in Mamakawa. Because they have a hall and 3,000 capacity outdoor space where you can have your wedding receptions and any type of event which of the media. And my brother, the security there is top notch, and you will even get a very, very good discount package. Rush now at kilometer 13 Old Enugu Onitsha Road, Okidi, and you can also call them on 081 40 933 512 for all types of events. Residency hotels, Leofino is the place. As the corner Namagorogi.
Ntị n'ọgwa dị oke mkpa nke a bụ ime ka ọhaneze marụ na Maazị Ikechukwu Anielo, onye nke ejikwa Ekenwọfịa wee malụ, abụrụzi onye isi oche ndị Youth Amawa Village Ogbunike nke dị na Oyi Local Government Area nke Anambra State. Maazị Anụmba Pascal, onye jikwa Konki malụ, anọchigo anya ya. Nke a na-eme ka emechigoro Youth Wing Amawa Village ụbọchị ụka bụ 11th December 2022 site n'aka President General otu Congress of Amawa Village ka a na-eme ka ha marụ na onye ọbụla na-ego ana maọbụ na-enye ego n'aka Maazị Ikechukwu Anielo n'aha ndị Youth Amawa Village Ogbunike na-emekwa onwe ya. Ozi a bịalụ gị n'afa Barrister Ezi Igbo Fidelis, President General Congress of Amawa Citizens.
Ikanegenti, ụlọ ọrụ mgbasa ozi ebe ọ na-adị 103.5 FM n'oge newspaper headlines. N'ụtụtụ anụwa anyị na-alive na Facebook page anyị at ebe ọ na-adị 103.5 FM. Stream anyị online na mixlr.com/gistfm. Gakwa n'iru ka izitara akwụkwọ na SMS maọkwa na WhatsApp na 08096661035.
And now we move over to the Premium Times. 2023, Arise TV this day accused Tinubu's campaign of requesting of journalists sack over unfavorable reportage. 2023, Arise TV this day accused Tinubu's campaign of requesting sack of journalists over unfavorable reportage. 2023, why Nigerians should elect me as president, accord candidate. INEC commences nationwide distribution of PVCs. 2023, AAC, PRP faction form alliance, adopt Showoro as presidential candidate. Atiku in Nasarawa promises to set aside $10 billion for women youth employment. Why I will never run for Senate, El Rufai. Minor fire incident at defense headquarters. Normalcy returned. Spokesperson. Akwa Ibom. 25 billion naira hotel ready for guests over 6 years after commissioning. Akwa Ibom 25 billion naira hotel ready for guests over 6 years after commissioning. 89 trillion naira stamp duty. Committee replies presidency says only Buhari can dissolve it. Residents, police disagree over attacks on Bauchi Oyo communities. I am puzzled by Boko Haram's persistent operation. I am puzzled by Boko Haram's persistent operation. 6 people injured, houses razed as farmers, headers clash in Jigawa community. No PVC, no vote, INEC tells electorate. And lastly, Nigeria is 10th country with most internet freedom in the world.
Tribune BENGIS, we have achieved international best practice in land administration, autumn 2023. Politicians opposing use of beavers are evil, fraudulent enemies. Ekiti Speaker, Governor's wife laments seek effective. Body of Sands call for establishment of constitutional court to handle. Dinosaur visit COP15 with urgent climate action message. Large starch producers target 360 billion naira annual revenue, launches association. UBEC trains PR personnel across 36 states. FCT for effective promotion of activities. Equities investors at NGX gain 9.3 billion naira on sustained positive sentiment. Research, technology, panacea to achieving SDGs in Africa. AUDA NEPAD 2023. Sanwo-Olu picks his PVC, charges Lagosians to get theirs. Sanwo-Olu flags Nigeria's oldest courthouse, raised by hoodlums in Ibosere. Constitution review. NATS begs governors not to kill 44 proposed legislations. Gunmen attack Ebonyi. No life lost. Government. Lagos passes 1.763 trillion naira, 1.768 trillion naira 2023 budget. Otu according na isi akwụkwọ akụkọ ejikọta ka ị gaa n'ihu kụpụtara gị ozi.
Message from Ishie Mazi Izuogu from Nigeria, not yet civilized, on robbery and conspiracy. What of politicians that steal billions, but they will go free? God is watching. Governor Soludo should know that there is no security in Anambra. May God protect his children in this Xmas period. Thank you so much for joining us. For him to say it, he has good reason for saying it in the first place. But we also got a message from Tupac from Shoe Site Onisha, and he says Buhari failed this nation woefully. Thank you so much for joining us. This one says there are so many lapses. Okay, it is coming from Honorable Osakwe. He said hate speech and gossip has become the bane of politicians. There are certain utterances that are capable of causing chaos, even amongst the party members. The rulership is not a do or die affair. The contestants should be very careful not to overheat the polity, as the process that will bring them to power is marred with irregularities, and we are tired. Illiterates in the corridors of power. Our Minister of Education, when addressing primary school pupils, called them students. Then, when Barabe Musa was governor of Kano State, he was asked to name the solid minerals they have. He says that they have Fanta, Coke, Tango, 7-Up, and Sprite. So many places, the era of yes members is gone. The nation cannot survive as its ailment has no cure. If you are capable of maneuvering, you are welcome in Nigeria. Even if you don't have the school living certificate, you can become a minister. There are so many lapses in our constitution and so many rapacious bukana in the implementation. The Attorney General of the Federation may be a graduate of Sharia law, and his mission is to incarcerate the opposition and heed to the tenets of his masters and pray the castles, which means that nothing good can come out of Egypt, and the nation is going down gradually. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We also got a message from Pastor Shibi came from Mpo, and he says, if the military is not responsible for the invasion of Enugu State indigenes, then Fulanis in army uniform are. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Ebunik responsible for the invasion of Enugu State indigenes, then Fulanis in army uniform are. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Ebunike Udobi from Achala says, go and get your PVC. It is your voting right and not for your bank transaction. And then he says, promises from P2B are promises to be fulfilled. Why promises from Atiku Tinubu are sugar-coated promises? Be wise. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We also got a message that says, why are we still hearing about fuel scarcity, whereas DSS officers stipulated to the end. Okay, DSS officers stipulated to end the problem within 24 hours, as at last week, Thursday, news narrated. Why can't Nigerian government think good about this country than continue making lash promises to the masses? For reign of peace from Ozam Amagunze. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And this one is coming from Melvin, and it says, INEC kept on lamenting on the attack of their offices. Why can't they provide security for a free, fair, and credible election? They promised us, God, we are in your hand. Soludo promised us security, a welcome development. If only the reverse will not be the case, like the rejected Aworos, which he promised us before to sanction, but now becomes the order of the day. The APC campaign being accused by journalists is a pure truth. One who votes. Thank you so much for joining us. And that's the much we can take from the SMS portal this morning.
Now, Facebook, Dr. Mrs. Uma Olebara from Owerri, we have become overwhelmed with amendments of Constitution. All we need now is a completely new Constitution, and not this one that has a lot of flaws. We need our own Constitution that gives us our own homegrown democracy, and not the borrowed, expensive presidential system that empowers leaders to be lords of the manor, impoverishing the land of our birth. Dalovine Mma Olebara, Nwachukwu Kennedy Chinedu, Voice of Mbise. INEC raising alarm over PVC's buying by politicians is quite disgusting and disheartening. Please, they should expose those behind such dastardly acts, because it's fraud in the highest order. Some raising alarm will not only solve the problem, rather they should name and even suspend them from contesting election come 2023. Also, the level of killings and burning going on in Southeast is becoming unbearable, worrisome, and suspicious. Please, before things get out of hand. Dalurinne. Also Francis from Amagunze, Enugu State. Politicians buying PVCs induces voters, says INEC. 2023 general election. I am therefore calling on INEC to collaborate with other relevant agencies with intent of tackling this ugly practice. INEC laments the attack on Imo office. This is indeed too appalling. Security should be beefed up in various INEC offices to foster further occurrence. May God help us. Dalubine Ozo Francis from Amagonse, Enugu State. Chinedu Oneka, pastor. INEC commences nationwide distribution of PVC. They should be very fast in doing that because they don't have any time. Dalubine. Okay. Na WhatsApp. Ejima Kosinaka Valentine Ekene. News day back said that President Buhari will leave Nigeria in better condition than he left it, while news this morning says 50% of graduates are jobless. Okay, if I may quote you right, but normal statistics is 70 to 80 when checked, are jobless, then okay, when checked, then tell me how hunger and crime will not engulf the whole country. Nigeria is too big for black man to lead. It's better Nigeria as a nation splits in parts. That will suit black man capacity just to save lives. Valentine Edemo. Mazi Christian Ufondo from Onitsha. Atiku is fond of keeping empty phrases by promising Nigerians that he will end unemployment, hunger, etc. Let me tell Atiku, he cannot perform any magic to fulfill these empty promises because he is from the same tribe of those that have failed this country. If Atiku succeeds to become a president of this country, he will start from where his brothers stopped. Quote me, let the presidency of this country change hands or we continue running round without any outlet. Most of the people making this country worth not living are from the same tribe, and because of the above reason, nobody will say that his or her mother's soup is not sweet. Nnamdi Kanu was not happy because of the killings in the southeast. Ifeanyi Ejiofor would have told us the people that are behind the killings because in a harmful Fulani herdsmen invaded the area and killed many people, including women and children. Or does it mean that other tribes should fold arms, watching the homeless wanderers dissecting our people? From Onitsha. Federal government to start mass prosecution of Boko Haram in 59 minutes. It cannot stand because thousands have been freed. Can we bring them back for prosecution now? We are chasing the shadow. May God help this country. Olimizo Dalubinle. Chike Okoye from Uroju Ogidi. Politicians inducing voters with money, buying PVCs, INEC. The harvest of voter identification number ahead of general election has been a Nigeria way of life, and APC is the brain behind that illegal act. And those involved in this illegal possession of PVC, which is an offense in Nigeria Electoral Act.
Now, we also got a message from the SMS portal, and this one is coming from Big Sam from Mbo, and he says, Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor and the DOS should do something on their own for the illegal detentions of our leader, Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, and stop being callous. I want to use this opportunity to call on all our traditional rulers and also our clergymen to find out who really betrayed Nnamdi Kanu in between Simon Ekpa and the DOS so as to know who to support. Thank you so much for joining us, Big Sam from Mbo. And I'm Martin.